I choose to speak on social media about it, good. If I don't, but the police and the authorities will look like, oh, and it is shown to your show. So if I now escalate,
I have a question for you though. The question that I have is, why are you saying because of the exposure VDM made that the Ajiro case is dead? I don't understand that.
Okay, the point is this: most of the most of the allegations, they are germane, they are very, very crucial. But because people don't understand the workings of police, when the professionals are giving directive, and of one directive, like I said to him in my conversation, they always inherit asset and liability. If you give instruction or you are a soldier, you are a captain, and your officers mess up, you will not take responsibility. Because the names of individual officers can be mentioned always in a case. And it will be issuing authority, not the call out. So if you call out the issuing authority, most times it will be like a stain on the reputation of that issuing authority. But the real structure, the delinquents, the erring people are the officers underneath. So the most of the exposures are interrogation. On a video on Shibako, obviously we know that it's not the CP that will do that. There are senior officers that would there will be an IPO. There is always by any head of the team and to head the department here. And to head the department here, there is a team leader in each department here. Only the team will be.
I understand it.
Each team also have their own leader, which is always headed by probably an inspector or a superintendent of police. Okay, IPO on each case and all of that. So at the end of the day, report CP, they always give like 5-10 minutes talk. Okay, okay. So you call my so okay,
No. I didn't catch you. I'm asking you a question. Let me repeat my question again. You said something that the Ajino case is dead because of what VDM did.
Exactly. And I've answered you.
And why is that? Why?
Now, this is it. Most of the evidence and allegations, like I'm saying,
which is black and white.
Yes, it's black and white, but under this administration, bureaucracy and all of that, most times the allegations are genuine, they are germane, but the way it is being centered on the head, which is the CP, officers here, look commit a crime here, most of these crimes.
No, Yomi, I disagree.
Wait,
no,
now.
let him finish. Mr. Richie, let him finish. Let him finish. We are going to object him. We are going to object him. Let him finish.
Mr. Biosoro,
Salake needs to play. Am I coming? Mr. Abia, go ahead.
So what I want to say is this.
Mr. Salake needs to please calm down.
Mr. Big Basoro.
Mr. Yomi ṣetán náà AIG.
Ó jà affect me.
Again, ṣàlàyé tí mo mí fún yín. Normally, in this kind of case, this kind of situation, hold on. Immediately that those documents, those lapses and the lacunas are already detected by a complainant or stuff, the right thing to do is to write to the higher authority, detailing those, errors, mistakes, and everything. Immediately you write to the authority to look into the matter. It's always like operational hazard. When they will now query, they will ask the Oga, the Oga that so complaint has come, Lori case Teshibai. It is the Oga that will not say, so anytime you have for me to suppose survive. And your officer at the interview in there, come and tell me what happened.
Were you aware that the IG actually set up some team Lagos to investigate this matter?
I am just, see, let me tell you, police is an institution that when things like this happen, they know immediately láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ bó ṣe gbẹ́rọ̀ yẹn kalẹ̀ yẹn pẹ̀lú wọn tó kó jáde yẹn wọ́n ti mọ bí àwọn tó mess up wọ́n ti mọ bribery tó wà involved wọ́n ti mọ àwọn tó jẹ́kọ́ àwọn náà investigate and immediately they will know certainly that if we go by this one ká ní pé ẹni gangan directly ló jókòó bóyá bí irú which the law says that number one, use of torture, getting somebody wrong to come and change the statement of accused person. And it to interview, to gba statement àwọn suspect yẹn. Ṣé o pé òun ò ní mọ̀ do nínú gbogbo document video ń gbé jáde. Orúkọ ẹni tó gba statement yẹn wà bẹ́ẹ̀ kò dárúkọ ẹ̀ síta o.
Yes.
Ẹni tó kò dárúkọ ẹ̀ síta. Jimoh ni gbogbo ẹ̀. Meanwhile, professionally.
Yes, because at one point, listen, Yomi, at one point, the people who signed or who collected those documents, it was written on some of the paper that the authorization was coming from the guy, from the AIG.
Oh no!
So why are you defending? I don't understand.
Not defend.
No, what he's saying is that directly they deal with those low officers under him.
Of course.
Where I wanted to take this because Mr. Aminikwe, this report was center on his table at the end of the day. He collected any ticket there. And I'm not the judge, so just my opinion. First, I talk about the car that was seized. Okay? You head on to this car, knowing fully well, but this is a property that did not commit the crime. This guy has other property apart from this car. Why is it that you seize only this car and you hold on to it? Number one. Number two, the line of the investigation is already wrong. This is where he's dead on this guy. What is his name? Tajuddin or Ahmed. You cannot build something on nothing. Already, the line or the audit trailer.
That's what you mean.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That they cannot. There's no way they can charge this guy again.
They can't charge him because
they can't prosecute him again.
They can't prosecute him now. VDA now brought out a very important document again, indicting the DPP. That is another tone entirely on its own.
Now,
that document, yes, that is being.
Can you understand what I'm saying now? Yes. Hold on. Now, listen. In normally, when I say again, when you put Kesi Amedu money against Moshood Jimoh, it will not fly. It's dead. No, because
it cannot be dead. It will fly.
And
me, I'm not in line with that. Me, I'm talking about that today. But go ahead.
On a very good day, if there are valid concerns, all right, it'll be almost 2 weeks. Global sensation.
Will you agree with me if I tell you that it will be coming from the police himself to tell him to return that jeep to the guy first? That jeep that was released.
If it's a mistake, you people like to jump on quick sensational stuff. Let me tell you this.
For me, jeep is too petty. I'm not even talking about jeep. Honestly.
No, it was when these allegations start coming out that he released.
Listen up. Listen up. Let me tell you one thing. If the proper complaint had gone to probably the higher authority, see any social media, to file it legally, I am saying, and the rights. Do you think Jeep on the Paragbele? I'm asking you.
You're missing one point, though. You're missing one point.
Do you
believe? No, 1 minute. Sorry, not to be please. This is very important. You believe that VDM is only operating on social media? Don't get it twisted.
You're not getting what I'm saying. I'm telling you that most of these things, to case here, go fly. There is something they call when you complain to the right authority, when you give them the chance to attend to a matter the right way. While holistically, fine, you might have accused or you put a beam light on the authority and to be issue an authority be heading by the head of a command. But in most cases, police are for us to find the Oga guilty, it must be like a direct infringement or crime committed by him. But when you are trying to spot out and on social media, and the layman will look at it, officers under his command, under his watch, he will now tell you that, well, àwọn mo sọ fún yín pé àwọn ọ̀gá yẹn, I'm only speaking in this forum that àwọn ọlọ́pàá higher authority máa báyìí pé no formal complaint was against this man. Gbogbo nǹkan tá a gbọ́ lórí social media, we all well are in big positions. And to about treat the case of Jimoh, it must be somebody of higher authority. To our officers about shame mistake, just the way the officers to want mess up lórí case Mohbad near FCID, and I wrote to the National Security Advisor. Timbako lock pariwo unnecessarily be mo law abuse president pé ẹni kan lọ ṣe case wọn ṣe ẹwọ kan tó ṣe Jokege lọ gbowó. I will look my back case immediately bí tí mo try sọ nìyẹn. Jokege is working under the order of the president too. Anybody is working under the president. But nígbà tí presidency bá pàṣẹ tí Jokege gba owó lọ́wọ́ wa tó ń gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn wèrè yẹn tó ń ṣègbà kan, instead of me to challenge and write properly kí wá máa pe IG kí n sọ everybody mọ̀ pé you can say the IG ló ní kó lọ gbowó yẹn ó lè ní IG ló ní kó máa mú mi. But you know something,
Mr. Ami, there is a place in law I remember when I did company law, which says he who does a thing through somebody does it by himself. Okay?
I don't know whether you understand.
But I did a company law in school.
Did you understand my standpoint?
No, I understand you. You remember that Falana in Oputa panel, he had Izzy Obasanjo responsible or something, that he did something.
Can I ask you one very valid question, and I'll be glad you answer me.
Go ahead.
Ní case gbogbo case tí kíní ẹ gbé jáde yẹn. I get say gbogbo case tí video ẹ gbé jáde. Which of them can you categorically say is directly done by the CP?
What I'm saying is that the CP has
I want you to answer. Say. I want you to answer.
There is no
a direct relation.
But his name came out in one of the audio about
ibi tí wọ́n lọ tí mo ń try láti ṣàlàyé fẹ́yìn torí àwọn forum báyìí ni pé kéèsì yẹn ò bá dùn tí wọ́n fi bí ariwo yẹn ṣe jáde is centered around that man. But ohun tí ẹ̀yin ò mọ̀ ni pé it's like it's centered around the elder baba. His name is coming up because ngbà tí títí bàbá yẹn bá ṣe dáadáa òun ló máa gboríyìn.
Mr. Yomi, ṣe mọ̀ pé ẹni NGO ẹ̀dẹ̀ ní wọ́kà tó bá iṣẹ́ NGO. Ṣe mọ̀ pé ẹni NGO as authority ẹ̀dẹ̀ ní wọ́kà tó bá iṣẹ́ NGO yìí. Tí wọ́kà sì bá ṣe mistake, you will be held responsible.
Mr. Roti, yes, ibi tí mò ń lọ náà nìyẹn.
And you signed it.
Ṣé fẹ́ ní kò rí gbogbo document ẹ̀ kan tó gbé lọ sí court ni?
He signed it now.
Ẹ máa gbọ́rọ̀ mi.
That means he's incompetent of his position.
Yes.
Immediate effect.
So when you are now, when you are now going to be 40,
company law is different from criminal. What are you saying? Easy going. Do you hear what I quoted? He who does a thing through somebody does it by himself.
Mr. Rotimi,
ChatGPT. I don't need to tell. I know that one.
Mr. Rotimi, àti Rishi ẹ ti answer ọ̀rọ̀ case ara yín fúnra yín. Anything done by officers under you you are going to be held responsible.
Held responsible.
But now, mo wá sọ fún yín pé in most cases, irú iṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá ń sìn, because of the hazard, because of the massive corruption and things like that. If Teba realizes that officers under Moshood Jimoh ló ṣe gbà nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn, and they misled him, if you make a formal complaint to the police, they will look into it. They will correct everything. Somebody else might look into the case.
Are you aware that VDM is actually working with the police to get all this dossier? I'm asking you a question. Are you aware of that?
At the end of the day, in this situation, only good record, only bad record. The only thing that I go on his file is, let's give him query. Let's warn him because officers are dada. Mo ní pé ká ní pé gbogbo bá rí wọn yẹn ṣe pọ̀ bọ́ yẹn dárúkọ máa yẹn òun ló ṣe àwọn kinní yẹn direct ni òun ló ariwo yẹn pọ̀ débi pẹ̀lú mi wọ̀ pé most of these things were done by officers under him. N tí mo tọ́ láti ṣàlàyé nìyẹn.
Mo disagree ẹ má bínú mo disagree because ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ̀kan fún yín tí n bá kọ report ń sìn tí mo lọ fọ́ ọ̀gá mi ṣe mọ̀ pé ọ̀gá mi ló máa finalize report yẹn ṣe mọ̀ pé boss mi ló máa finalize
most report as summary. You know yourself.
Yeah, summary or no
report is summary.
The boss have the final say.
Exactly, you are correct.
Case file come along see court. My boss will know we are going to court. Òun gan tún wà lára àwọn tó máa fi pressure sí mi pé ìgbà oní kéde ẹ̀ máa ready kẹgbẹ́ ní yìí lọ court. So is the main man
Dimka Maboloke now. Dimka Maboloke.
Ní kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀.
So nǹkan tẹ́yìn tí láti sọ ni pé
let me ask you an hypothetical question. Let me ask you an
I am not
hypothetical
telling you
question.
he did it. I'm not saying he did something
One
good.
minute.
I'm not saying
I
he did
want to
something
ask
right.
you. I want to ask you an hypothetical question, right?
Go ahead.
And this question is a bit funny, but it's okay. You know, when Jimo Moshood was during your little conversation with him on the phone, right? He denied, right, saying that I'm not the one, that I wasn't aware of when they were asking to apprehend you, right? And you yourself, you respectfully put it to him, and he said no, that guy, maybe his assistant, whatever, and you ask him, do you want to put this guy on the phone? And he turned it down. You ask him 3 times, right? Listen to this. And allegedly from another source, the guy was gallivanting that he was the one that authorized that they should apprehend you. So are you now saying that if you were apprehended? No, I've told you to go and check it out. Anyway, and I'm asking you now. So, and you yourself, you know that this thing, because based on your knowledge, how this thing operates internally, you knew fully well that there's no way that I would not know about asking to detain you.
I know now. How do I go you give me baby? We are becoming me. Mobile man sort of respond.
Basically,
he left. We told you farabalẹ̀ pẹ̀lú mi. I'm sort of Ubu Alajo and Titi. I'm talking to you like we are on the street.
Papariano only get what answer. Papariano
no, Shalaki, I will never get whatever you say.
Papariano only get it, and he will not talk.
Your thinking is
it's not funny. I'm not finding it funny now.
Richie, okay, I just saw in a clear
if you can time. Just talk and explain to the people. At times, we are stammerer. I'm not that kind of a good talker, and I mean, me only for that now.
So okay, sometimes you might have the truth, but you lack the facts. So our case kan wà tó bá ti ń ṣe tó bá yẹ kó fẹ́ kí ọlọ́pàá dá sí. There is something that when they look at, okay, pecking order, okay, this particular matter, telling why is correct. There are discrepancies, there are errors, there are evidence of corruption. But only I'm not interested in all the younger officers involved that did this crime. I am going to be holding you, the Oga, responsible. So when you hold him responsible, what I'm trying to say is that he will not say there were no errors. All those things were lies. And normally, even Jimo Moshood know as well. This VDM is saying the truth, but he's making it look like I committed it directly, and people are expecting punishment on me. Meanwhile, what I'm trying to tell you is that I want to share gongo to get people sell it. Meanwhile, Jimo Moshood le monpa or can sell it because those ones are the ones on the field. They are all alupa aludi. Ma wa sell Oga ìjẹ́ ti wà ńlẹ̀ o case èèyàn báyìí ọkọ̀ máa blow the face NBT ló máa sọ fáwọn ọ̀gá yẹn. The Oga will just look at, okay, technical area, okay, do this, okay, you have done this, okay, don't do it this way.
But still, Mr. Yomi, Oga yẹn náà ló máa take blame here now.
Òun náà ni mo sọ pé.
So ẹ jẹ́ ká finalize ẹ̀ síbẹ̀ kó take blame straight now. Kò ní ìka tó máa sọ
pé òun tó sọ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ń ṣe rí yẹn bó ṣe ariwo yẹn ṣe lọ́ǹtà yẹn gbogbo ohun tó ń sọ pé kọ́ṣí yẹn pé kó apologize yẹn, it is in Nigerian police force that is going to be forced to apologize and do it. So at the end of the day, in terms of what's dead, bí kíní yẹn ṣe pọ̀ tó yẹn tí wọ́n expect pé Jimo Moshood be out of office.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n rántí nǹkan sí ìgbà tí court order wọn láti apologize ní sí ṣé court ní káwọn àwọn ọmọọṣẹ́ yẹn lọ apologize ní àbí Nigerian police àti ọ̀gá.
Òun náà mo sọ pé kò sí ìtọ́ máa ti yọ.
You apologize. Àwọn Nigerian police now. Nigerian police dey apologize fún ẹ. Who are you? Every come here now.
Shalaki, don't come in at this point.
Shalaki, apologize. At the end of the day, punishment for Jimo Moshood. What you don't understand is that the way the case had escalated, you would have thought
they are going to appear.
Jimo Moshood should be sent out of the police force.
Thank you.
Simple. It's gone because there was no formal complaint.
Sheribe, it's not funny. But it's the reality.
Even if you are waiting for the
there's
police,
nothing reality about what you say. Chalake, sorry, Chalake,
I love it.
Chalake, you're not looking for.
We've been on this for
any improvement in justice in Nigeria.
Mr.
Chalake, the way you argue, you're not looking for a better Nigeria justice. You're not looking for it. You are accepting the irregularities as part of the system.
Mr. Bito does go do me.
Don't mama so depend now.
Ronaldo àti Messi lè méjì lórí.
Oh, I don't understand. She come back to London 3 years ago. She do what you are.
Richie àti Sholeke, Ronaldo àti Messi.
I don't understand.
Oh no,
go to
the but in as much as I love
there's something we call development of a state. Do you understand that?
Richie real. Again, the question kan. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Ṣé ẹ̀yin ni Real Madrid àbí Barcelona?
Mo tẹ̀ like àwọn méjèèjì.
La máa fún yín Clasico lẹ́yìn méjì. Okay, ká ló Premiership lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́. Ṣé Liverpool ni àbí Man City? Liverpool ni àbí Manchester United?
Arsenal ni.
I love Liverpool. I'm Arsenal guy.
No, I'm Chelsea for life, blue for life.
Okay, Arsenal Chelsea. Alaba tó lè bá Chelsea lè bí
Chelsea ni
Alaba ti Richie real. Mo ti rí pé mo ti wá rí style yẹn
sí.
Ẹ̀pẹ́ kẹ́ tó rí trophy ó pẹ́ kẹ́ tó lé surrender gan mi fẹ́ bọ́. Àbá ẹ̀kọ́.
Tí yóò bá ti pẹ́ dáadáa, àṣàrè yọ kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ nìyẹn.
No, thank you for that little immoral thing. But on a serious note, though, Shalaka, I'm not attacking you, but I'm asking you as a Nigerian citizen. 1 minute, as a Nigerian citizen, are you looking for a better Nigeria, or you want the same thing to be? No, 1 minute, or you prefer the vicious cycle? I don't understand.
What I cannot change. What I cannot do anything about it.
What do you mean that you cannot change it? You are not embracing the changes. You're saying you are.
But I won't deceive myself. And
hold on a second. Hold on. You are amplifying the bad norms. I don't understand why.
No. What I'm saying is that
support the cause. Support the cause to bring the justice system to a better position.
No, they support the bad norms now. Nobody will be doing that.
I'm not doing that.
No. Chalake is saying all the time, I know my country. They will not do this. They will not do that. Why?
Yes. No.
I learn from that.
Okay, but I don't know how he puts it.
Maybe my own thought is this, Richie. We have been talking about it for years now. If I cannot beat you, I'm not joining you. But I know that you will not do it. Do I have a way out? That way out is what I'm looking for the past 3 years.
What I would just say is
I'm not deceiving myself. I want this thing done.
Hold on. Listen, we're talking about the justice system.
Way out to Sholeke. Way out to like I said, in this instance.
Yomi, sorry. Before we got here, we argue about you. Listen, we argue about you many times and dozen. It took him a long time. And I said, oh, Richie, now you're right. At the end of the day. Right? Which is your nature. I understand that. It's your nature.
No. I said you are right. What did I say you are right for? I wanted to be just so bad. And you told me, so I said you are right.
Okay.
The only thing I said you are right. I wanted to leave just so bad. When you said something, Richie now.
So condition to
kí ló tún sọ Yomi?
Mi ò rí rí o. Mo ti
pàdé. Check it open.
Open o mi rí rí wàláì.
Mi wọ́n ṣọ okay. Mi wọ́n ṣọ báwọn ní
àwọn tọ́lẹ̀tì. Mo ní ẹ̀gbọ́n kan sẹ́. Nígbà tá a jọ sọ̀rọ̀.
Mi wọ́n ṣọ. Tí o ti rí mi sí.
Okay, ẹjọ́ bá mi ké. Ẹ̀gbọ́n kan báyìí bá mi ké.
Okay.
Tọ́lẹ̀tì lẹ́wà.
Yeah, ara ò yá ni.
Ṣé ti yẹ? So ẹ̀gbọ́n yẹn ṣe ẹ̀gbọ́n mi yẹn àjọ sọ̀rọ̀ ládùúgbò very brilliant person o. Ó ṣe wá kan. So ó kàn ní àwọn ní àyọ̀mí ṣọmọ kó mọ̀ wá lórí Facebook. Mo ní mo ò dẹ̀ rí kí n follow yín náà. Ẹ jẹ́ bá tẹ orúkọ wọn mi rí. Ó ní bí ìwà ẹ̀gbọ́n tá à ń sọ yìí, ó ní Manama, ó ní Torches. Àwọn tó yẹ pé clean bá ní mi ì lórúkọ yín bì wọ́n ní orúkọ wọn kọ́ làwọn ń lò. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tí mo mọ̀ pé ńgbà míì tí kíní ẹ tó bá sọ ẹ̀gbọ́n wò, ó kọ́ lè sọ̀rọ̀ lọ kó sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ fẹsẹ̀ rìn láti fi dé Russia pé bóyá ìwà yẹn àwọn ní skite táwọn lè ta pé àwọn confam pé there is a skite téèyàn máa ta tó máa dé Russia. Ó yẹ yín wọ́n lè sọ pé snow èèyàn lè fi kọ́ ilé tó yẹ kó wàá fi kọ́ mansion. So gbàtẹ́wọ̀n irú ẹ̀gbọ́n yẹn tí ó ń lo fake name lórí social media ẹ mọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú tó máa sọ. So in this instance téèyàn bá nírú case tí irú VDM nìyẹn, if I were to be him, the right thing I would do is immediately, since an AIG is involved, I'll write to the higher authority, use my influence to detail all the lacunas that I found in the case. Immediately, they don't know how far you are gone or you can go. Come up by escalate, they will quickly take it up. They would look into the matter. Motto, can you please report back? Immediately he sees that,
okay,
he won't know.
I'm asking you a question. Okay.
He won't know. IG ò ní sọ pé VDM ló competition. Kò mọ̀ bóyá governor ló kọ́ wá, kò mọ̀ bóyá EFCC ló kọ́, kò mọ̀ bóyá any powerful authority ló wà involved. And it's going to be wrong for the IG to say, let me cover up this guy. The anytime I give order fún, so send the signal sí AIG yẹn pé case tí wọ́n ṣe báyìí. This particular stuff, prosecutor yìí tó lọ ṣe order tó lọ gba warrant of arrest. Is he a legal person? Was he sanctioned? And he told motor take by, is it right to detain the car? Tó bá sọ gbun yẹn. Response, that kind of AIG will not say we have right to take it. He will call the officers involved and say, Etiko Bami. Look at what the Cosmo Gbansi. Then they will quickly correct it. In that instance, you didn't get the right thing, then you not.
And are you happy with that process for Nigeria that we're talking about?
No, because the point is this: when you do that, you've already established a formal complaint and a formal procedure.
I know, but are you happy? Are you happy? Because from what you just said now, I understand where you're coming from. But from what you just said now, you are still greasing the palm. You are embracing the shenanigans to continue. But just do this one. Make sure it's okay.
You make a formal complaint. They are looking into it. If they're not looking into it, you're on standby to escalate it. What I'm trying to say is that immediately to
look into that, you're happy. Is that what you're saying?
No, Tobat is send them. I believe Nigeria is so corrupt that nothing is being done. It's because we ourselves are corrupt.
Tobat look into that, you're happy.
Tobat
look into it and internally between you and them.
They will look into it because they are not the one. I'll call over the commanding by a complaint came from somebody as big as VDM. This VDM local. Immediately they ask him, Monto Shele. They will ask him, please, I want Koba lost so. My will cutting VDM evidence to Kwaye. And they will ask, please report back and tell us Kinele to Sombi. Kosibi Rueni Bushiferi. How am I what happened? You will just give your own self the right timing. But now 2-3 days. Evidence acknowledgement. After 2-3 days, when you escalate
do you know that this guy was invited to Lagos?
She be learning to video on social media. In this instance, officers push investigation. They should report back to social place. There will be internal investigation already, and by the time evidence law, VDM is going to go out. We call him. He's already a complainant and he has a local standing. But when you go to social media, at the end of the day, you want them to punish the AIG. Meanwhile, it is the officers under him that acted. But being the boss, only means last time I go for because it's so good. I hate it, but I'm going to About cases don't share, my case don't share under CP in Lagos State.
No,
And my cases don't share.
but by you reporting to the IG directly without exposure, because by you doing that to the IG, you are still doing an internal exposure, right? You're not saving the country. You're not exposing the shenanigans that's going on.
No.
For the public to see.
The right thing to do, the first step, if you go, the second one going on social media is the second backup. Is a backup plan.
No, I know, but okay, now I've argued this before. You don't know the extent of what. 1 minute, you don't know what. You are assuming things. You don't know the extent of what VDM has done. I keep saying this. Yes, it's legal thing.
Say by your borrow ni to ba ti competition law before ko to pe a ti sọ pé I wrote to you. Did you take action on it? Kí lè ṣe ma fi no mi ni. Ṣé mo ikere le pe mi ni.
Okay.
Now just be le ṣe wa te pe mi mo wà ní prison gba ti case ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣé yin gbọ́ ko sọ pé on file formal complaint first ni. We might deceive àwọn lórí social media.
We're talking about Mr. Yomi, social media to why it has embarrassed police force, the entire police force, and it has made this case to have another tone, another direction. Because one, for the court, currently we have an order. There's an order that the police should, the entire police force, should apologize to this guy. Mr. Yomi, this is the entire police force.
You're not looking at the root cause now. You're looking at the sensational part.
That is why I said. That's why I said that this case has embarrassed
with the Police Service Commission, with everybody, local everybody.
Yes,
and the officers involved. The officer involved. That was Jimo Moshood.
No, what I'm saying.
The section leader. In the case.
Why do I have to listen from the court perspective? Why do I have to mention the names of the officer involved?
Mr. Richie, 1 minute. Talo sign final signature to fi loss of the DPP. Who signed the final signature to fi dot the DPP? She be commissioner ni.
Who told you he's a commissioner? She we're not the commissioner signed.
No, I'm asking who will sign it.
Second the DC operations. More
DC will take the straight to DPP without commissioner.
The DC operation, yes, the DC operation can do that. Administration no police force. Come on, you go to social media. Come on, find any big information.
No. Don't rubbish us. Listen.
Are you saying now that court has said that now that court?
No. I always listen. I told you that you know all this.
Apologize to
this. You are familiar with all these protocols and all that within the police system in Nigeria.
That's
I always give you a for that. No, I'm saying the approach is different, right?
So like the court has said that the entire police force should apologize to this guy.
To which guy? With the Police Service Commission.
So the with the Police Service Commission, the IG should apologize to him. In this case, what we are saying now is that VDM exposing this case, it has, in short, is a good direction.
Of course,
now we come back here. No. We come back. Wait. Let me tell him. Let me tell you what will happen.
But
police will not apologize to you, to anybody. They will appeal it, and you'll be disappointed.
No. Tobati apologize. It's still a good thing.
It's a very good thing. I wish so.
You are not looking at the root cause. When you're trying to deal with a situation like this, when you follow the due process of the law, you can't expect. I'm a human rights consultant. I'm not going to be coming here to be doing social media validation. I can't stand in a press in a seminar, in a workshop or something.
True. I like that.
Tell you, this is what you should do when you have credible information like this. They have instruments of correcting the erring officers. Even if these things were done by Jimo Moshood and officers under him, if you report to the appropriate authority, but don't report to the person that committed the crime. teach these people that you report to the higher authority. Toba she kokori case, toba you kokori report it, to said we will bundle totiri, and your complaint is germane. The ogato superiors on here. Kò lè máa jókòó bá sọ pé count how many tiẹ̀ lọ sí a section tó yẹ pé iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n provost wà nínú police force.
Mr. Yomi bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ fight ó yàtọ̀ sí bí díẹ̀ ṣe fight.
The approach are different.
His approach are different. That is his approach. Don't think your approach is the best. Mr. Amin, don't think your approach is the best. If his approach is working for him, let him continue with what he's doing. Me, I love the way he's doing it. Yes.
Card it ever play. You are trying to play a comparison card, and we're talking about common sense is not very common.
It's not comparison.
No comparison. My own approach is the way you think it should go. It might be the best, but this is his approach that's working for him.
Mr.
And I think that right now, by now, Mr. Amin, if he's
you are knowledgeable. Let me give you a skill set. Let me give you a skill set. You mean you are knowledgeable than this guy? You are more exposed than this guy.
It's not even about knowledgeable.
1 minute. No, you are not. Yeah, of course, in this field, right? And you are more exposed than him by all means. But one thing you cannot take away from him, right? He has a lot of public backing than Break the Silence Foundation. You cannot take that away from him. And because of that, he's using what he has. That's his weapon. His strongest weapon is the public.
Is the social media, is the public.
Does he have, okay, hold on.
He has a lot of them. And he knows.
He doesn't have institutional backing than even yourself. Not to talk of Break the Silence Foundation. When you're talking about institutions...
with those information he exposed to the public, do you think the police want to arrest him? If he's an ordinary citizen, if he's not the kind of person he is, they wouldn't have arrested him and put him behind bars.
Nobody said he has committed a crime by exposing it. We're talking about a congent result. You are only
police. They will see if he's an ordinary person. They will see that he has committed a crime.
Hold on.
So an ordinary person will expose the rookie. Nobody
will say he committed crime because Koto Kong. At Insta blog, at Linda
one statement about Mr. Abi come and accuse you on social media.
What I'm trying to tell you is this: if you try,
they're not the same. They're not the same. They
are not the same.
Am I going to me? Let's even put it. Oyato. What I'm trying to tell you is this.
No. Put your mail on the spot now.
Hold on.
It's getting there.
No. This is an educated.
Hold on. Let me address again. Number one, Rishi Real. I've always been saying it. I don't know people's background, and I don't dig into people's background. It is ill to compare individuals to institutions, structures. It must stand the test of time. Some might not. And secondly, how to see not me individually, which a human rights organization will follow, which the social media validation route.
No, the guy is NGO, Yomi.
Am I borrow me? I know what I stand for. I know what I'm licensed to do.
Okay.
I'm saying, and I don't want. I won't hound you. We don't do all those stuff. We're dealing with SDGs, this Sustainable Development Goals. So, in this retrospect, what I'm trying to tell you is that most of these things, social media is good. But in most cases, if you want to educate people on social media, if you think your son is listening, on come in the head become totally access láti go kó afẹjọ́ àwọn ọmọọṣẹ́ yín instead kó wá afẹjọ́ sùn yín pé ọmọ bàbá tó ń ṣe London yìí o wọ́n commit crime báyìí ó mọ̀ pé ilẹ̀ head bẹ́ẹ̀ o but kókò bọ́ta kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pariwo kó ju nǹkan you prefer the person to come to you directly and lay a formal complaint nǹkan bàbá ṣe báyìí tí ẹ bá wá take a step ó lè wá escalate like I'm saying. So in that instance, in terms of what people will want, the kind of justice system is a justice system whereby would embrace the social media courts. Social media is good to escalate cases, but for you to get the right things done, for you to have a proper ground, you have to understand that institutions of governance, if you do not approach them or you do it the right way, you might lose your case before it even starts.
Correct, very correct.
So, and you cannot compare things that Break the Silence Foundation is doing. Now, don't be deceiving yourself.
I'm not comparing you.
Hold on. If I ask you a question, first WhatsApp chat, do you see criminal angles in those cases or not? Are there criminal angles to them? Are there reason to pursue the case.
I said it
there's some comment. There's some comment that there was
Now,
why didn't they take it up?
He didn't take it by going to the authorities, the institutions that are legally allowed to investigate and give results. At the end of the day, you might go to social media and create a sensation. People will listen to you 2, 3, 4 weeks. People will be looking for another thing, and at the end of it, a majority were on this case. They were talking, also by evidence, but they didn't approach the police. And if you think they know, or they should come and sit on social media with you and be collecting your complaints, walk in Google. Case social media, jump on it. Because I want to read error. I only you case what that. So when you even want to last in this job, if you want to last, to the effect you'll be becoming a laughing stock. Audio to involve prison, Nigerian prison, EFCC. No formal complaint was to the people that will investigate and say, okay, let's get to the root of this and give the results. At the end of the day, no EFCC officer was penalized. No prison officer was penalized. The only person that has been WhatsApp chat, no results. What I'm trying to say is that they approached
Mr. Yomi, were you aware that this case was in court before this court order? Were you aware that case you were in court on its own? That leg. Public while the case was going on underground.
My brother.
Do you see the approach I'm talking about now? You didn't know that the case was in court.
Make any sense?
At all.
If the case is already in court, why making noise on social media?
I think let's leave this topic. I think people will think that
you
are trying to educate somebody.
Yes,
the case is in court.
They are
one leg.
Hold on, mistakes.
You have to be on the ground to know what is happening.
Another error you have even made, Mr. Rotimi, is this. You have to be wary of these things that you're saying. If you know you have a case and the case is already in court, all this overwhelming stuff should be by judgment in sin. The cocoa of the matter is now the case is in court, is an instrument of the law. If you don't trust the police hierarchy, it's a big case in law court, and they are going to be ruling on it. Naturally, you will just have to wait.
But it's not the same person that took it to court.
No.
So you can talk about it.
Sorry, anyway, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
My brother.
But you know fully well.
Let's move on now, please.
1 minute, you know fully well that noise, when it comes to this Nigerian system, right? If you want to get attention, noise is extremely important. Because, like I told you in the beginning, right? The more public awareness is being amplified even on mobile case, the better it is. Because we all know the challenges we're facing about the justice system.
Abuja. Despite the fact that majority of you were playing down on the influence presidency, none of you even knew that I reported the matter to the National Security Advisor. They took steps. You see, I went to court. Time with do. There is some certain level of structure on baseline.
You made the noise. You were very angry when you were in England when you made that short video clip. That you were calling that Ashwaji, you were calling everything.
No, that was not because only on me making noise.
Yeah, but that's part of it. That's part of your tactics.
No. They wanted to lure me, and I'm making him understand that, sir,
That's a direct noise to the public and the president. That's a direct noise to the president.
That is what I'm telling you. I've taken the right procedure. What is shaking?
That is your approach. Which works for you.
Not my
which works.
While I approach social media comments me, I'm playing my own part as a general talking. If anybody follow the right procedure, and so if everybody is making noise on social media this way, then why do you have the institution of authority to work? If just anyone I'm telling you that most some cases was going the popular to follow the wrong approach, to pick the cart before the horse. ó ti kú on arrival. Ó máa make
That's
sense
what
lójú
you're
àwọn
saying.
layman. But kò ní ní
You
kankan.
are trying to explain that maybe you could have gone in different ways. That's what you're
No,
saying.
it would be the same way, but it would have been better if if he's listening to me, he would like, oh, maybe next time. Nobody will know that he has already lodged a complaint officially. Make sense. I am saying, make a whole lot of sense. But and the fact that most of these things are involved with social media number, it means cut expect, and you are looking for social media. It will outlive you. Whatever
So
you are doing
when
will
you talk
outlive you.
about social media, can I say something? Yeah, you are playing down this thing. When it comes about social media, social media as a platform, do you know that all the major news house in Nigeria, they have a platform on social media?
All over the world.
Yes. So I'm just saying now. So when we always talk about social media, we need to be guided, right? It's a news media, not just social media. It's a news media platform that everybody goes and pick, right? And it's exposed to the world, which is advantage. And when you look at the way, if you look at so many, I don't know, I'm sure you watch criminal, I'm sure you like it. I watch quite a lot of documentary on criminal investigation, right? And you realize that these days, a lot of these things are being picked up on social media. Yeah? People listen all the time. And the police, like tonight, I know there are a couple of police listening to us here, right? They picked up all this discussion, right? And that's the awareness we're creating. So when people are saying, oh, social media, I don't listen to that. For me, that's red herrings. You understand?
Anyway, maybe you're not listening to what
it's a
the
platform to gather
application
information and awareness of the public.
Real application are very, very important. I am
Very,
saying.
very, yes.
And when you are looking into some sensitive issues, if you want to really get, there's something called end game. Most of the case, I want to make case on social media. Most of them, they lack end game. No matter how popular you think some people are. And when you're trying to educate people that social media will help you to amplify your case,
sometimes you take emotion out of it. Yeah.
It will help you to have the public awareness and sympathy. But most times, the infringement and destruction of cases in me because of the sensation to attach more, case and that is why it's not always advisable that from the word go, make it your number one priority when there are legal institutions under the law that you are supposed to make the complaint to, like the court of law, like the authorities. If you keep abandoning those institutions and you make social media your court, only language, cases are not done on social media.
No, you cannot make social media your court.
You can't do trial on the pages of newspaper. So, social media but the moment you are escalating a case and the trial that went on social media, most cases, you might, if you put your case where the trial should go and you are using it and you're now creating awareness on the trial, social media cases. But when you didn't even put your case to where the proper trial should go, you are now doing trial on social media and you are giving publicity to it on social media, you might mess up your case.
Yeah, you can be for a shock. But at the same time, sometimes in case of Nigeria, right, where we know that all this bureaucratic protocol is nonsense, they can still slap you in the face, right? So sometimes when you know that if you expose, right, they work hand in hand. Like what you're doing now, you follow. Hold on, Yomi. You follow the due process of the law, right? To advocate for what you want. At the same time, you need the backing of the social media space because that will expose. It will amplify the whole thing. It will make that noise.
You can see what you're saying now. Amplification, not the trial. But most times, our cases when you are now becoming the judge, the prosecutor, and everything, and you did not even commit it.
It's an opinion, it's a platform, it's a discussion platform.
Hold on, say.
Yeah.
I need yellow social media. If you have committed the real trial that will bring real justice to that particular case, to the institution of governance offline, social media, you have already set in motion the right thing that if you talk about real real scrutiny, real procedural stuff. But most young people, talk about educate one way. Emma, my mistake. Some of the cases they might want to escalate here. The person to escalate here is only escalating for publicity. I want to draw attention to this case. But OT law shaking, OT follow due process. The trial aspect of
I
this.
mean, we could be asking questions. Look at the way you make yourself available. We're asking you questions. I think them should be hosting it. You should be doing this kind of a thing. People asking questions. Maybe you can pick up from it, right? Asking questions. Have you done this? Have you done that?
That basic knowledge. I don't just want to. This Nigeria is getting bad. We must get it fixed quickly. I don't want to hear anything. At the trial, at the escalation, I want to just bring together. Most times,
another thing that I just realized about him that he has a group of maybe he has about 2 or 3 of them that work for him, and those legal advisors will be on top of his legal process.
Most of we activists, fully the man should start borrowing our lawyer because imagine for you, our government be lawyer I'm not going to lie to you. Most times activists you go and read law because before your lawyer,
yes,
your lawyer will be acting corporate.
You have to be conversant with the law of your land where you operate. Yeah.
So your lawyer will be acting corporate to telling you, I choose my words, choose word. Okay. As activists going to
have you ever attended the human rights conference in Geneva before? In Geneva?
No. I'll be going very soon.
It'd be nice for you to come. It's very nice. United Nations.
Are you in Switzerland?
Yes.
Okay. I'll come. What's it? Next year, no? What's it? I'll be going to. I also am a human rights consultant with
I know that's why I said you come to the conference.
So our conferences were online. You will see it via Zoom. We'll attend a couple of them. But the one in Geneva I've not really attended. I've attended
that's the headquarters.
I know. I've done a couple of stuff in Nigeria too. And I've also set up a conference and summit before too. And we lecture people on human rights and stuff like that, different topics. But it's good. People should know we can use the social media to educate the young ones that really love to go into, whistleblowing, all these things.
Whistleblowing is very important. People are taking it more seriously now. It's very, very important.
That's to let everybody to dignity, and then you raise everybody to speak the truth always. The only thing to come on, they don't teach their children to lie, and they don't engage them in lies. So, and it's a successive, national orientation in most of this Western world. We don't even fix the one here. And the education is upping too. They pass the rights, collective education to all the children, But social media is a good tool, but people sometimes they abuse it. So, like I've said, to round up what I've just said here, it's good to know, how to utilize all these, arms of government, the institution of authority in cases, and to know that most times, serious criminal matters. I'm saying, there are institutions that you can apply to quickly, escalate the matter to officially and legally, and then you now put sensation, spotlight on the matter, come about sweep it under the carpet. Then you should think of using the social media to do that. That this case, I've reported the matter to the IG. That is when they start, speeding it up and punish the right people according to the laws of their own force. But when you don't do that and you come on social media, people will think the person that you are, searching the beam light on should be thrown out of the police force immediately because social media man you crime me tell me back just the way they don't allow
you saw that lady that was that back into a guy and he quickly turned on the guy that the guy was abusing her. If not for the eyewitness, right?
So we should just understand how to use the social media because social media only set country on fire unnecessarily. You understand? And the consequence will be there for everybody to bear the brunt. So, like I said, we are good to go. I just hope and pray. She were valid to. I don't know what they are. If truly there are criminal angles to them and these things are very vital, it should report immediately. Tó bá tètè kọ kíní sọ́dọ̀ IG gbogbo tó rí ń bẹ̀ tó fẹ́ wá sọ
And
fún
it
wa
shouldn't
yẹn.
sit up. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it shouldn't sit up on it. Yeah.
So because
I
now
think he should learn from his
past one,
yeah.
because the last one they didn't allow him to go anywhere with it. Kó tó wí kó tó fọ̀ Ìyábọ̀ ti sá kúrò Nàìjíríà, and Èkó she was able to use that opportunity to, you understand? And before you know it, could they move forward with that particular evidence, and everybody just hope were dashed at that point in time, and it's quite painful because
Nǹkan tí Mr. Shalaki rí nìyẹn. Èmi ò fẹ́ lose hope pa Nàìjíríà ṣá.
No, lose hope, don't lose hope. Anybody mean nílùú mi back will anyway.
Yeah. I'm weighing my options now with what I'm seeing so far. I'm not happy.
Nigeria will be great. Nigeria will get back to it.
I love it. I want to die in Nigeria.
And that's why I'm taking my time to be available to speak to the young people. And majority àwọn èèyàn education ta ní Nigeria, gbogbo èèyàn kọ́ máa ń sọ òyìnbó ni. The basic civic knowledge of how society is being run, majority on education.
Sometimes what scares me, just running like a jungle. I'm sorry to say.
Only because if education is going to be a major problem, if you want to fix Nigeria, don't run around looking for electricity, looking for security. Just let's work on education first. Education is light. It's going to bring the kind of freedom and the civilization and open eyes that people need. Then you can now build many things on that. Like he approach he always concentrates on education if they allow him to do it. Because when the people are free, intellect, scholars, people more civilized, they will understand their civic and basic social responsibilities.
I don't want to go there.
No, it's just me. I'm just talking generally. So
I have my reservation.
No, you are free. It's your fundamental right to have a reservation. I'm just saying my own angle. See, about support whoever. Education is very important. Let's just invest on education and the coming generation. Fix our own. They are the ones that will grow old to become police officers, soldiers, nurses, lawyers.
When you say let's invest in education, if I take you up on this, statistically, do you know how many graduates the last 3 years or 4 years graduate they're unemployed in Nigeria?
You're looking at the side, other hand of education. Me, I'm talking about the origin, the foundational education. Basic, because when you want to invest in education, education means to school 2 times 1 2 times 2 4. They will never tell them who a police officer is, how to approach police, the danger of speaking lies, the danger of lying on oath. I wasn't taught all of that in school. So,
it's so sad. Yeah, I looked at this as well.
Involved with fear, involved, because I've seen that play out with our Ebola Dubo and with some of our neighbors when they lie conveniently because they want comfort. So, at the end of the day,
there's this skit. Mori won't be long. Future all of them are this like a 6-year-old boy.
so it is on that note, laughing yeah. Children are conformists. Canada, America, UK. To when just tell your teacher that you are sick. Mom, I don't understand. Tell your teacher that you are sick, that you are not coming to school.
No, I can't do that.
When was I sick? Tell him that 3 days ago that you did not come to school, that you were sick. I took you to Mom, but I was at home because I understand. And so it is a kind of education that we need to invest in. Free, compulsory, quality education for every child to the secondary level in Nigeria.
But this starts from the top.
It's from the grass. Okay.
So it starts from the top as well. Listen, nígbà tó wà lókè òsòótọ́. Do you understand? All my water done now. It's like a domino, it's waterfalls.
We the citizens, right? We don't even know what.
I want to wa lókè òsòótọ́.
Ẹ máa gbọ́, àwa tá à ń dìbò fáwọn tó wà lókè. What are our demands? Ṣáà wà gan tẹ mọ̀ọ́kan tó lè fix ìlú wa ni. Majority of Nigerians, they thought social media will fix Nigeria. But fixing Nigeria is offline. You have to fix Nigeria from your home, and we must agree on some certain things collectively. To fix Nigeria. So when we
look at Osun State 2-3 days ago, look at the killings and the whole chaos.
Even got to case $2 million naira, 500,000. How much is 500,000 naira to kill somebody? Until
you see this thing. I don't want to talk about it. It's so disheartening. I don't want.
It's still foundational issue. How are you raised? How am I raised? Ìyá tó mú ọmọ ẹ̀ ṣé ń gbọ́dọ̀ bí tó mọ̀ pé ọmọ òun ṣáṣẹ́ tó encourage ẹ̀. Ṣé ìyá tó wò sùsùn tó rí pé ọmọ òun ó ń ṣe ó wà university. Majority of our girls in universities wọ́n fi rán síkún.
Of course.
Ọmọ tó wà university ó ra fóònù fún parent ẹ̀. Níbo ló ti ró kò síṣẹ́.
Of course.
So, and you know, when they lie to them, they conveniently overlook it. We lack that foundational.
You know what's really funny? I've seen other countries that are even worse when it comes to all this prostitution. If you go to Thailand, you go to Bangkok, it's crazy the way they're prostituting themselves and all that. But one thing that's different when you go to all those places is you can see that the corruption is not endemic.
Mm-hmm.
They're poor, right? But the government, they're very, very strict, right, on crimes, right? And that's what makes Singapore.
You know why our own is horrible? We were raised to worship materialism. We like carry me. Our cultures still are involved with kò ṣáà show pé ta ló mo gbówó débẹ̀ yẹn. Gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tó yẹ pé yẹ ká ti fílẹ̀. Must you go to a party and start spraying?
It's so sad. I mean, I don't know what to say honestly.
And then we took it in, but nígbà tó ẹni yẹn kọ́ try ẹ̀ wò ó ju àwọn èèyàn lójú pé ó dà pé owó ló wà lọ́wọ́ ẹni yìí o mọ́bí tó ti rówó ó kàn ń fọ́ owó yẹn.
Nigeria said, I don't know.
Nígbà tí èèyàn bá mú owó iṣẹ́ tó ṣe ìlágùn ẹ̀ sálárì ẹ̀.
Sometimes when I looked at these things, this is my little experience, trying to travel most of the time, and I saw this place, like in Bangkok, you have the people, the service industry is top notch. You want to do your glasses, you want to do your shoes, everybody's doing something. Do you understand? Everybody's doing something. And they're okay. You won't find somebody robbing you or somebody wanted to snap your bag and all those things.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I'm not just about that. Even if you go to Cuba, it's the same. It's crazy. But Nigeria, I don't know. Brazil, they come up with Brazil now become.
We need to focus on our children generation. Like I said, we need to focus on our children generation. So pé ọjọ́ ọ̀la bá ṣe fẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà rí lọ́la a gbọ́dọ̀ invest lórí àwọn tó ọmọ yìí kí wọ́n.
That's why movement sọ pé èmi like ká máa advocate for a better Nigeria. Don't let us agree and assume pé Nigeria nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn kò lè dáa mi fẹ́ gbọ́.
No, ti get ibi case yẹn nítorí you have your mindset fixed on that. À ń sọ pé ohun tó lè jẹ́ kó better tó máa jẹ́ kó work. Don't lose trust in those institutions that they will not listen. Nobody follow due process. Nobody lawyer. No matter how beautiful your case is, if you rely solely on social media on all cases, most times Mama died on arrival because social media.
Even by the time you shout, you're giving them chances to clean up their dirty.
But sometimes nobody follow due process. More than worry. Gbogbo ilẹ̀ wọn bìrì àwọn ọlọ́pàá lọ strict mọ́ra wọn gan tẹ́ ìwé yẹn tó bá súnmọ́ àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn àwọn pé mistake tí wọ́n ṣe wọ́n tó fẹ́ kó kúrò position yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀ jẹ́ kí complain wa lórí ẹ̀.
àwọn junior officer don fi àjẹbí nǹkan mi yẹn máa bẹ̀ tún sí pass lọ sí iṣẹ́.
But àwọn yẹn náà ní discipline ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ owó tí wọ́n ń gbà tí wọ́n ti gbà ní bribe owó yẹn ò ń jẹ́ kọ́ lè fi ṣèkọ́ gidi náà ni ẹ ti understand.
wọ́n á lè pé owó ìpè ni.
kò ń jẹ́ call even because if truly they are disciplined, don't need standard, even you will still come out better. But because anybody don't care about anybody, but like I said before I go now, let's raise a generation that will always understand and respect these institutions and make them work. They are there, they must work and they must deliver. And we must stop abandoning them.
Definitely.
Because jungle justice, even go on social media, we destroy cases more on social media than do good. So, but about take our right steps.
No, at the end of the day, social media cannot force the hand of the law.
It can in some cases.
Yeah, in the right part. Hold on. Let me repeat that word. Social media cannot change, they cannot force the law negatively.
Exactly. Yeah, you're correct. They will still want to do the right thing.
Yes.
So, but sometimes Nigeria, terrible. But what I'm trying to say is that reliance on escalating matters without approaching the right or taking the right steps. Results but only work in most cases. Abandon it. End game. The noise will be there, but they will look at it and say, near any official reports, the only thing they will do is look for a means to silence you and create another buzz. Peace Square matter. That's social media for you.
Sorry, when you think about those guys, honestly, it's the least of my worries.
Àti Jimoh Moshood
now.
Wọ́n ti lọ nìyẹn, case yẹn ti lọ nìyẹn.
Àwọn Peace Square, it's a civil case now. Àwọn jẹun dáadáa.
Àní ẹ̀mí sọ̀rọ̀ pé bó ṣe nǹkan tó ń trend lọ́wọ́ yìí, tó bá ti kúrò lórí méjì yẹn, tó bá ti gbé ti Ìyábọ̀ àti Kìnní jáde nísìn, àti mọ̀ tó máa gbé jáde tó yẹ pé ó lè jẹ́ gbogbo agan máa fẹjú síbẹ̀ ni. But my only prayer is that Kìnní ẹ̀ bá wà so substantial, being the person tó ní lọ́wọ́, kó tètè lọ report to the right authority and then escalate it. Because tó bá kọ̀ lọ tún gbé jáde, ìyẹn ò mọ̀kàn tó yé yín, kò mọ̀kàn tó ń bá bọ̀, kò mọ̀kàn tó ti Ìyábọ̀ náà ti ń gbọ̀n. I'm ready for you. I'm waiting for you. Or I'm seeing meeting. So, social media drama la fẹ́ akọ̀mọ̀ content lọ and the content creators will love it, but they won't even approach the authorities. So that's just my own angle on that one. Not comparison. I'm not playing that. We want more activists. We want people to do things.
We need more activists.
But maybe she must sorrow. I will satisfy on you. I will speak on the due process. I'll speak on the due process.
Like I said, listen, you have your exposure, and your diplomatic approach to things in terms of relationship with the authority and all that.
Break the silence. Mo ṣílẹ̀kùn presidency mo internationally mo ṣílẹ̀kùn ṣí o. Mo need the social media láti ṣe àwọn ilẹ̀kùn. I don't need social media. We are a structured body and we are moving. So,
but when you look at it though, in the last, you've been on this case for almost 3 years as well, right? If I remember, 2024, you came in 2023, right? And when you look at it, with this Mohbad case and both pros and cons, you have a lot of more. I'll say you have more followers now than before. You can't take that away.
Measure because most of the people that
you might not look at it, but I'm being honest. Right?
When you look at me personally, I won't be able to know who are my fans and not my fans. On the stage,
it's quite difficult, yes, unless some people.
On the stage, there will be a time you will see substantial change in your public appeal and acceptance. Or then the level to my data, if you are above average, no gauge, your popularity is above 50.
Yeah.
60 or 70 after a serious turnaround. Difficult in thinking because of music. Okay, who is the most popular person in Nigeria. Low.
Me tell I don't want to know.
Or let's look
at
at it
the end
this
of
way.
the day,
Let's look at it this way.
yeah.
Because of the most popular musician in Nigeria, she Burna Boy, ni she Whiskey. Come on, so quick comment on yomi fabiyi. Hey, you understand? Tiba wa Aso Rock in sing. Tiba shubu síwájú Aso Rock. 5, 6, 7, 10 persons. Tiba wo talo shubu. She won't even put me shubu without even asking for my name or searching for my ID. Kima my ID so they will confirm it is me and it will become an authority. Yomi fabiyi slumped in Aso Rock. Like she boya on ID me.
Yes.
So,
You can be easily recognized because
so could I see embassy to law Nigeria to law? Latin no this is an actor. Okay, one but okay, I want Kimi, even staff. Nigeria me to get consular to get hello, Ako Kimi, but show them more. You don't know him, he's a Nigerian actor. Wait, I'm a consular me.
Exactly. You're a public person, so you want to be known.
But when you continue to do good, to buy Lorukwe in the right way.
But mind you, there's something I'm sure it's written in the Bible and Quran all that. You're not meant to be liked by everybody. You have to take that.
If everybody likes you have a problem.
Exactly, you have a problem.
You have a serious problem. If everybody likes
you. So being a public person, you have to wait. You have to look at that. Just focus on your lane because you get a lot of people and you get a lot of haters. That's
the only thing to come up with. TMI Wudada when you look at it.
Yeah.
It's not that it's a target, but the only thing to notice is look at now. Break the Silence Foundation. If you ask most of the media houses online, the popularity of Break the Silence Foundation, OT improve. They don't even need to attach my name. They just say this case is brought by the Break the Silence Foundation.
That's what I said.
Not me. I want you. Tell me. Break the Silence Foundation.
No, if you put Break the Silence Foundation on ChatGPT or anything, it comes with your name though.
I'm saying I know. What I'm trying to say is that initially, when I came on board, nobody will be questioning is Break the Silence Foundation registered or not? Is it real or not? Is it fake? When they started with, you could remember they tried to make it look like it's not even registered, it's not real. They made a whole lot of sensation about, but I wasn't bothered. I know it is genuine, it is certified, and we have so in Break the Silence Foundation won't grow. People later will begin to trust the organization more. They will accept it more because, if you do something and you do it halfway, people will not tell you, well done in this one. So when you do your things and you're able to achieve results, people, is getting more, prominent, and these media people, they're like, okay, Talo Break the Silence, because most of these guys will ask, correspondents will ask, Break the Silence Foundation, who are those involved? And most of these foreign organizations too, they will be writing their dossier. Break the Silence Foundation is pursuing this case. Law book, law reports. About case and I'm saying they will put it there that Break the Silence Foundation versus IGP. Only reference Lola. I'm saying.
I think there should be a woman activist in Nigeria as well. I'm just thinking.
No, Joe Dumaki now. Joe Dumaki is a woman activist, but after Toko Eziku, she lay low. And Aisha Yusuf, an activist.
And Aisha Yusuf, I'm following Aisha Yusuf. And what's this other lady? This other lady, Mama because she's no remove
Then this lady is supposed to be an activist too.
Yeah, she's
girl to sort of back in the NSAC. Lady to Canada.
She's in Canada now. Yeah, I forgot that. I remember that one. Yeah, she's in Canada now. Yeah, it's good to have it's good to have a mix, right?
But the most beautiful thing is that
Aisha activism is a bit limited, isn't it? When you look at it.
Really?
I want
No, it's
people
not.
who I want the diversity like
DJ
BDM,
Swish.
like you
DJ
said.
Swish. Oh, yeah,
Yeah, DJ
but
Switch, that's the lady. Yeah.
so like I said to you, when you look at Break the Silence Foundation now, if you look at let me say in recent times, the Bible NGOs to take on the police the right way, formally,
Yeah.
legally. The Bible cases to popular to NGO ti call a lot to proper scrutiny without insult or anything. It still Break the Silence Foundation in the last almost 10 years. I get what I'm saying. So at the end of the day,
Sorry, I want to deep a
no, what I'm saying is that NGOs, human rights NGO, to be a lot of court. So it's
Oh,
popular.
okay.
Many NGOs is ọlọ́pàá court most of it. So jẹ́ pé wọ́n wà lórí case to popular tí media tó ń gbé, and they are the rate the media are going to court to report the matter session by session, sitting by sitting is very 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 historical, because it's going into the archive. They are monitoring it. The media colleagues, online, print, social media, conventional stuff. Punch newspaper, The Nation, it's a national news. So when you look at it, you look at the noise. To break the silence empire. I want to put silent noise. Àwọn noise tó yẹ pé ó máa ń jọba at our institution, forget about it. This is the kind of noise they want to kill behind. It's a noise, but it's very silent. I get what I'm saying. So,
Yeah. But situation of Nigeria, I agree with you at one point. But one thing that's I know about Nigeria, it's not easy to kind of clean up this mess. I would say it's not that easy. So sometimes I get a little bit agitated when I see that maybe somebody is trying to romance the authority. I say, no, come on, put it to their face.
This person is asking the question. Great Soul, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026. That's 9 years.
So 7 years.
9 years.
9 years.
So the person asking the question, I want to believe I've answered you. You can Google it. You can go on CAC and see when it is established. And the first human rights conference summit that we had was in 2019, January, at Sheraton Hotels, in conjunction with Amnesty International.
So your foundation doesn't look after poor people?
No. It's basic. We don't have a license to do that.
Okay.
Most of these, I doubles human rights here.
I'm talking about, sorry, I shouldn't use the word poor. Excuse me. That's the bad
just less privileged.
Less disadvantaged people, or people in need and all that.
We're not supposed to look. Charity, you have to see charity. We have to see NGO.
Okay.
So I don't mind charity organization, but that's a layman language. Before you can operate a human rights organization, you will have to state what you want to do. Then you set up with your constitution and everything. Then if you look at they will approve it. If you have the wherewithal. And then,
I like supporting the less privileged people. I like that.
Yeah, it's good. It involve working with the law and authorities often. You can be doing charity, like giving food, going to the widows, and you don't need to even write to authorities, engage with law enforcement throughout your operation. But there is no way you want to do human rights. You'll be working with the police, you'll be working with the courts, you'll be working with the assemblies, legislative. You work with all majority. Most times people would think I should be abusing the police. Go for them. I get what I'm saying. But and it is not going to work that way. And a lot of people also assume Yomi Fabiyi Break the Silence Foundation. Not until one of the board of trustees came through. So he's even a senior lawyer who will become a judge or a senior advocate anytime soon. Dr. Badru, go and check his record. You can see how far he's been a lawyer, and you can see his composure and everything. So, go to the judge, go. even because he had an accident and all of that, and what have you. So for somebody like that in my NGO, is a judge of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So you know what that means. So kéèyàn kan wá wò báyìí pé àwọn tó bá wà nù ayé gangan tó bá ti search engine wọn wà pé àwọn alágbára ló wà ń bẹ̀ o. One of my advisors is is a lawyer. He was the best human rights lawyer. Best human rights lawyer. International Bar Association, 2018. And was also the best human rights lawyer, American Bar Association. Google his name. Adiola Oyelade.
Okay.
Google his name now. Look at our press conference in 2019. It was there, and it's one of our advisors at Break the Silence Foundation. You understand? So our alagbara, they see what we are doing. They are there. You understand? So, and that is what we should do as an institution. If you can see his picture, right? Then if you go to Break the Silence Foundation stuff on Instagram, you see him at the press conference, Human Rights Summit, 2019. It was one.
It's a woman, right?
Man, is a man. Adiola Oyelade.
Oh, a man. Okay, sorry.
Just Google his name and see his accolade. You look at himself. Human rights. He was best human rights lawyer. American Bar Association, human rights lawyer, best human rights lawyer, International Bar Association.
You're disappointed. I'm looking at the beautiful woman. No, that's fine.
Adiola Oyelade.
Yeah, Nigerian human rights lawyer. Yeah.
He's one of my top advisors at Break the Silence Foundation. I get what I'm saying.
A young man, indeed, very, very clever.
Yeah, went to Unilag before he went to Proceed. So you can, if you just
that's beautiful. It's nice, yeah.
If you read his Wikipedia, you will see all his, all his award and everything.
Yeah, I like the two gentlemen that represent you on the Mandemos thing.
You can see his award now. Look at the awards on his Wikipedia. 2018 International Bar Association Human Rights Award for outstanding contribution to legal. So you see all those stuff. He won it, and then American Bar Association too.
Yeah, I said the American one. Yeah.
So it's the best
2026 award. Okay.
So he's one of the advisors of Break the Silence Foundation. So some honorable members, senators are there. So let's see how it goes. You understand?
I pray God will help us through Nigeria. Yeah.
Say that again.
And all you activists with yourself.
It was in 2021. In August 2021, he was named the 2021 American Bar Association International Human Rights Award recipient at ABBA annual meeting in Chicago, United States. So that's a good one there for him. So he's one of our advisors and a good one. He has been supporting the foundation. But call on Jekako. We're going to get there and do more exploits. So today I'm really bang soro on social media and all these embassies. They won't expect me to be speaking and be misinforming or you understand? If I want to talk like I was thinking but being a consultant, they will just say, "But you said this on my more voice in me," and then they will
I understand.
So that's why
as a human rights activist, sometimes, no, actually not sometimes, most of the time, you have to be diplomatic with the authority and all that. So, but yours is more kind of conventional. Do you understand? But there's some human rights activists, people like BDM. It's mixed. Do you understand? Because his approach is completely different to yours. But having said that, it's always good to take the way you described that. Maybe it's good to work from that angle. Make
Because
sure you have
nobody is
make
going to
sure you
say,
have all the things covered before you actually start blowing the trumpet.
nobody is saying he should jettison his approach. We're only
Yeah,
saying put
yeah.
the the horse before the cart. So so that you can be able to have a proper end game. Anybody that is advocating for
No,
justice,
I started changing my view about the guy because I got frustrated when he bailed out
justice of
of
that.
that. Yeah, and I didn't like the fact that although he made it clear that he came to exonerate.
Naramali.
Yeah, in the beginning, I remember in the beginning I saw that, right? I saw that. I said, listen, no, this guy himself is what is he
No,
trying to do?
Papariano go somewhere. This is what this thing is heading to. But people
Yeah.
like us, if I say it that time, they will throw stones at you. They will think this is somebody that I like so much. When he was arrested by, yes, I was I campaigned. I said they should remove him.